strap in because Mario Kart World might just be the biggest, weirdest, most chaotic kart racer Nintendo has ever unleashed. And we're about to break down exactly why it's both a turbocharged celebration of everything Mario Kart and a wild experiment that doesn't always stick the landing. This is Veteran Game, your one-stop pit stop for bold reviews, deep dives, and the hot takes you can't get anywhere else. Smash that like button, subscribe if you love racing games, and let's hit the track. Let's be real. Mario Kart 8 Deluxe was the king for a decade, selling more than 68 million copies. So when Nintendo finally dropped Mario Kart World as the Switch 2's big launch title, the pressure was on. Did they deliver? In a lot of ways, absolutely. World looks stunning in 4K, runs at a flawless 60 frames per second, even with 24 racers on screen, and packs a visual punch that sets a new bar for the series. But it's not just about graphics. From dynamic weather, think raging thunderstorms turning into sunset beauty, to that classic Mario Kart sound design, the vibes are off the charts. Every item box, trick and shell feels iconic, and the new soundtrack. Pure Nintendo magic. Seriously, it's a love letter to Mario history, from Donkey Kong Country throwbacks to new bangers for every track. Alright, let's talk changes. Mario Kart World is still the core racing you love, but it's supercharged. The biggest shakeup, races are now up to 24 players. That means more chaos, more banana peels, and way more red shells flying around. The Knockout Tour mode is a clear highlight, an F-Zero 99 style battle royale where only the fastest survive. Every race is a nail-biter, especially with random eliminations and the constant threat of being KO'd by the pack. But the real headline is the open world. Nintendo's connected every track with highways and side roads, so Grand Prix isn't just 4 races. It's a seamless journey from one course to the next. On paper, it's ambitious. In practice, it's, well, a bit of a mixed bag. World still nails what makes Mario Kart timeless. The handling is tight, the drifting feels great, and the new trick system, wall riding, rail grinding, and charge jumping adds tons of depth for anyone chasing those time trial records. The courses, absolute standouts. From great block ruins to the show-stopping new Rainbow Road. The tracks are creative, challenging, and loaded with shortcuts for the skilled and lucky alike. The roster is stacked too, not just the classic crew, but wildcards like Cataquack, Cow, Penguin, and a horde of unlockable outfits. It's pure personality, and yes, Waluigi's new vampire costume exists and it's legendary. But let's get honest, not everything clicks. The free roam open world. It looks great and has some cool mission ideas with P-Switch challenges and Peach medallions. But it's mostly just a chill sandbox, not a must-play core mode. There's not much progression, no real mission tracking, and multiplayer free roam is oddly neutered. Most challenges disappear if you bring a friend. It feels more like a playground for messing around than a central hook. And the Grand Prix structure? Those long, wide highway stretches between courses break up the action and can get repetitive fast. Sometimes it feels less like a kart race and more like a daily commute. Plus, there's still no way to play classic 3-lap races online in public lobbies. You're forced into the new structure unless you're doing time trials or private VS races. Here's hoping for an update. This is Mario Kart. Local multiplayer is still top tier. 4-player split screen is as fun and chaotic as ever, even if the frame rate drops a bit. The best memories will always be screaming at your friends after a blue shell wipes out the leader right before the finish. Knockout Tour is a riot with friends in the room, but less so if you get eliminated early and have to wait to jump back in. Online, things are less polished. No way to squad up with friends for public Knockout Tour, limited tournament features, and still no dedicated 3-lap mode for VS races. It's wild that in 2025 these basics are missing, especially with Switch 2's big play anywhere together marketing push. Here's a weird one. Unlocks are almost completely random. Outside of winning a few cups for new characters, most of the roster and outfits are tied to power-ups or in-race events, which means you could play for hours and not get the one you want. It's chaotic, it's unpredictable, and honestly, it's a bit of a pain if you're a completionist. Plus, the balance is more luck-based than ever. Mushrooms and stars let you break the race wide open, and sandbagging is absolutely viable. Some players will love the unpredictability, others not so much. Quick shout out to the soundtrack again. It's huge, it's vibrant, and it ties every part of the Mario universe together. Only big miss. No music player at launch. If you want to hear your favorite track, you'll have to wait for RNG or hope for a future patch. Visually, Mario Kart World is pure Nintendo charm. Animations, rain, little details like your cart wobbling when you trick every second feels alive. So, is Mario Kart World the definitive Mario Kart? Not quite, yet. The core racing is still top of the class, the Knockout Tour is a blast, and the new tracks are among the best the series has ever seen. But the open world ambitions don't always work. The multiplayer has some odd gaps, and random progression will definitely frustrate some fans. But this is still a must play, especially for local multiplayer mayhem, and if you want to see what the next decade of Mario Kart could look like. If Nintendo patches the right things, adds a few modes, and lets us pick our music, it could absolutely take the crown from 8 Deluxe. For now, it's an instant add to your Switch 2 library and a hell of a good time, even when you get blue shelled right at the finish line. So, what do you think? Does Mario Kart World's open world hit the mark, or are you missing the classic formula? Who's your main, and what's your favorite new track or mode? Drop your takes in the comments, and let's get a proper Mario Kart debate going. If you loved this breakdown, hit like, subscribe for more brutally honest reviews, and keep it locked to Veteran Game for all the racing chaos and analysis you could ever want. I'm Uluk, and until next time, don't drive angry, dodge the blue shells, and keep the drift alive.